Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Mike here, and today we're going to be talking about the fear of judgment, how we overcome that, and exactly why the fuck you shouldn't care about what other people think. So let's get into it. One of the biggest things that holds people back from doing anything is the fear of being judged. The fear of being judged by their peers, their family, their friends. You know, we live in such a high stakes society that, you know, it's really either be successful or be looked at as a failure. But that's not how it really is. And a lot of people are really excited and passionate about something, but they get held back and bogged down because they think if they share their passion with the world, that the world's not going to receive it the way they did. Take for instance photography or videography, stuff like this. I love doing photography. I love taking videos, and for me it's easy to sit here and talk to the camera. It's honestly easy for me now to sit here and upload this stuff on YouTube and to promote my YouTube channel on Facebook or Instagram or my Snap, whatever it is, you know, because I no longer care what other people think. You know, I do not allow the judgment of others, the perceived judgment of others, and that's important, the perceived judgment of others. I do not allow that to affect how my life is going, the path that I'm going to be taking. Because you have to realize that you're the only one on your path. You're the only person living your life. Nobody else, you know, is in the situation you're in. Nobody else is in your shoes. So for you to really sit there and, you know, worry about what other people think of your life, you're being disingenuous to yourself. You're not living up to your full potential. You're not at all, because you're holding back. You're holding back when you should be going full force forward. That's really what it is. You're holding back. And a lot of it has to do with how social media is these days, how dominant it is in our lives. I mean, a lot of us spend a good majority of our time on social media. A lot of us, honestly, have more online relationships than we do with people in real life. I'm not saying that social media is a bad thing. It's definitely not. It's an amazing tool, and it allows for you to do amazing things that you wouldn't have been able to do previously. But one of the downsides of social media is that we tend to create, or we tend to look at other people who have curated this idealized lifestyle. You know, every single post of theirs is carefully selected to show you, you know, maximum pleasure, that they're living the best life they possibly can, that they have no troubles in the world, no worries, no nothing. They just lucked out in life. And I'm here, you know, I don't have to tell you that that's not true, because you know that's not true. But you know that, but it's still hard to overcome it, because we've been so ingrained in the past couple years for social media, you know, following those likes, those comments, those shares. And that's really what we've been conditioned to do, is to see those likes, to see those comments, to see those shares, and then judge our worth, our value off of that. Which, in that case, you're saying that you are worth whatever somebody else tells you what you're worth. And I'm here to tell you that's not the case whatsoever. You are so invaluable. You as a person are so invaluable to this world. You have so much to share with this world. I know you do. You know you do. But you're being held back because you think if you put it out there that other people might look at it or make fun of you, or, you know, sit there and tell you like, oh, you're, you know, stupid for doing that. Why would you do that? Let me fill you in on one thing. Okay. biggest critic, your worst enemy, the person who's gonna make the most fun of you and give you the hardest time is yourself. That's it. It's yourself. You are your worst critic. You sit here. I mean, you're the one that's in your head 24 hours a day. You're the one. I mean, you talk to yourself more than anybody else. You know. So I mean, yeah, you have verbal conversations with other people, but you're always inside your head talking to yourself throughout the day. You are your biggest critic. And honestly, not trying to sound like an asshole, but you're the only one that really pays that much attention to you, that much attention to really criticize these small, minute details that to you seem like a big deal, but to somebody else who hasn't lived your life for every single second of every day for the past 20, 30, 40 years, whatever it be, you know, they're not seeing that. You know why? Because they are just as self-absorbed into themselves as you are into yourself. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad idea to think about oneself a lot, but you really have to realize that everybody else has their own problems going on. Everybody else has their own thing, you know, going in on their heads on the daily. And really, nobody's caring that much to think about somebody else and just think about how, you know, lame they are. You know, we're adults, or, you know, a majority of us are, I assume. And we've got our own problems to think about. We've got to, you know, we got to pay rent. We got to put food on the table. We got to pay taxes. I mean, we've got so much, especially in this 21st century world, we have so much stuff that we have to divide our attention on, you know? And I mean, really, like a whole chart of, I've got a whole chart of how my attention is divided out throughout the day. Because I mean, there's so much stuff going on, and that's just the reality of the world that we live in now. We live in a fast-paced environment, and when we live and work and grow in that fast-paced environment, we stop worrying about, you know, high school bullshit. Okay, so this might play a little less of a factor if you're still in high school. I mean, then it's nothing. High school's really nothing but, you know, a big popularity contest, and you have nothing else to think about other than going to school, hanging out with your friends, doing sports, extracurricular, whatever have you. But, you know, there's a lot more time then to actually think about people or whatever. And I mean, you're a teenager growing up, so you're gonna go through that before you mature and realize that everybody's just trying to make it through. That's really what it is. Everybody's just trying to make it through in their own way. So don't be scared of judgment from others, because 9 times out of 10, you're the one judging yourself the hardest. If fear of judgment is holding you back from starting that YouTube channel, from starting your business, from promoting your business out to your friends online, or promoting yourself, don't let it stop you. You know, because again, going back to, this is your life. Okay, this is your one and only experience. Not Mary Beth from down the block. Nah, this is your experience. This is your one chance on this earth. And you really want to spend all of it worrying about, you know, what other people are going to think? And then once we get to the end of this experience, having that regret, you know, having that, oh, what if moment? I don't know about you, but I'm no longer letting other people's thoughts, or my thoughts of other people's thoughts, dictate my path. My path is forward, set, and clear. I know what I need to do. And I know that I no longer care about what other people think about what I'm doing, because I know what I'm doing for myself is right. spread love, positivity, and self-development to others is right. And if somebody does come along and wants to sit here and make fun of it, who fucking cares? Cool. Message doesn't resonate with you. I ain't all too worried, you know? What I'm worried about is the people that this message is resonating with that's not taking this advice, that's holding themselves back because of that fear. You are your biggest enemy. The only limitations you have are the ones you set on yourself. That's it. That's it. When I tell you you can do anything in this world, anything at all, no matter your age, where you come from, your financial status, you can do anything. As long as you don't set that limitation on yourself. You know, we are our worst enemy. Our entire lives is really a battle against ourselves. And that's really the process of self-development. It's really learning that it doesn't have to be that way. You can learn to love yourself. You can learn to be your best friend. You can learn to no longer fear judgment. And now all these topics and all these keywords that I'm throwing out, buzzwords, whatever, these aren't overnight processes. This doesn't just snap. You're not gonna watch this video and automatically think, oh, fuck it. You know, I'm gonna, go post out to my thousands of friends that I'm starting up a Snapchat business or whatever, right? I mean, no, it's a learning process. It's a continual process. None of this stuff happens overnight, and it's not honestly a process that ever stops. You're gonna be in this cycle until we're dead and gone. I mean, self-development, loving yourself, and realizing your true potential is a lifelong journey. And hopefully, if you haven't really thought about that, maybe I can get you to start thinking about it a little more seriously now. So, if there's anything you're holding back onto, if there's anything at all, let it go. Put it out there. I guarantee once you put it out there, it's gonna feel so much better. It's gonna be like a wave of relief just washed over you, because then you're gonna realize, awesome, like I'm not getting judged like I thought I was. And you're gonna find out that people are honestly gonna be way more supportive than you think. I mean, like with this channel, there's a bunch of support, and I really appreciate it. It means the world to me. And honestly, I didn't think I'd be getting the support the way that I am. But you won't find that out until you put it out there. So go ahead and put it out there. I promise you won't regret it. I promise. And if you do, come across that one person that wants to be an asshole and judge you, fuck them. Seriously, fuck them. I mean, again, they don't live your life. They're in all honesty, they're projecting because they want to be you. In reality, I mean, that's why you see a lot of people hating on influencers on social media and stuff like that. They're not hating because they're either like really pretty or they make a lot of money or they got a lot of followers. No, they're not hating on that. They're hating because they're not that. That's really what it is. Because they knew if they're in that position, they do the exact same thing. The exact same thing. I know I would. So it's really people that are just projecting their insecurities on you. And honestly, look at it as a compliment. Really, if you need to, look at it as a compliment. Because somebody is so invested in what you're doing to waste their time in trying to say something about it too. That's how you know you're winning. You're starting to get in people's heads. That's just free real estate, baby. That's free ad space. So, I really appreciate you guys tuning in today. We're trying out new video formats. And I've got a 50mm prime lens. If anybody's into photography and knows what that is, essentially it's a lens that you can't zoom in with. It's at a fixed distance. So I don't have the money to get other lenses right now to maybe have a wider angle. So we're working with the best what we got right now. But yeah, we're gonna be trying out some new different things here in the next coming couple episodes. I wanted to do like a morning habits type video yesterday, but the whole motivation really hit me late at night, and I really felt like I need to do a video on that. So definitely stay tuned. We're gonna be trying to switch things up, seeing exactly what we can do to make the scene nicer, make the videos more intuitive. And yeah, I really appreciate you guys joining me.